This is Pedro Predictions. In this video, I will be giving my predictions of Group D. The reason it's so difficult to win back-to-back World Cups 4 years later is because when a team wins a World Cup, that is the peak of their squad. Like, that's the best the players are playing at. And then afterwards, you find that a lot of the experienced players will retire, and then you're feeding in those youngsters. So there's this transitional phase, and it can get awkward, and there might even be a different style of play. Hence why you get the World Cup Champions curse. However, though, with this current French squad, I personally feel they are stronger than the squad that won it 4 years ago. So it will be very interesting in how France perform this World Cup. I could go all day about the amount of depth the French squad has and depth within every area of the pitch. But what's noteworthy is that in the Euros just gone 2020 in the round of 16, France was 3-1 up against Switzerland in the 75th minute, just for them to concede 2 goals within the last 15 minutes, and as we know, went to added extra time, and they lost out to Switzerland on penalties. And in the Nations League this time round, I know it's only the Nations League in that, but they've only picked up 2 points, and you know, these are games within a tight fixture, just like the World Cup will be. So this current French squad has actually shown inconsistencies, their own weaknesses, and even a bit of that champion's arrogance. France have also shown this century, after times of peaks when they're winning stuff, they have crashed out. So France won the 1998 World Cup, and they also won the 2000 Euros, but then the following World Cup in 2002 they crashed out in the group stage. France reached the World Cup finals in 2006, but then they crashed out in the group stage of the 2008 Euros and the 2010 World Cup. Denmark. This team is actually an elite nation now. They've proven this because within the Nations League they got promoted to League A. They've consistently stayed within League A and are currently top in their group right now. Last World Cup qualifiers just gone. They dominated their group and topped it. The Euros just gone as well. Yes, they had a slow and very unfortunate circumstances and start, but they proved, you know, great enough that they got to the semi-finals and just about missed out on the finals to a Harry Kane rebound penalty. But this Denmark squad is very, very strong. Denmark have fantastic players like Schmeichel, Kea, Højbjerg, Damsgaard, even Eriksen's back in the fold looking good after recovery, and even someone like Cornelius, who was almost forgotten about, is playing well for Denmark again. And there is so many more Danish players I could mention, but the list goes on. To be honest, I don't know Denmark's best formation because they have used various formations and they rotate their squad a lot, but they're still getting very good results, and it just shows how much depth they have in their squad, that they're able to rotate as such. And especially in a tournament like this World Cup where the schedule is much more compact than usual, this will be vital, and I do think that's also why Denmark will do very well this tournament. Even with Denmark's vast depth within their squad, someone vital for the team is Joachim Mail. He just has a very good understanding of the game at hand. He interprets the opposition very well, very good at intercepting, tackling, and he actually gives a great attacking option as he likes to run down that flank, and he's very good at looking for those open spaces. He always seems to run into those open spaces and channels and is happy to create options for himself. Tunisia. They actually have the worst World Cup records within Group D, as they are the only team within this group to have not got out of the group stage. However, though, this current Tunisian squad has vast tournament experience, having got to at least the quarterfinals of the past 4 AFCONs. They were in the last World Cup and the Arab Cup just gone. Last year they reached the finals. And within these tournaments, they have shown that they don't score many goals, but they don't concede many goals either. So they always find a way to put in quite a solid performance, and this is the sign of a solid team. More information can be found about the Tunisian side in my videos about Africa's chances this World Cup. France's record against African nations within the World Cup. First time France faced an African nation was in the 1998 World Cup, which they won against South Africa. Then in the 2002 World Cup they lost to Senegal. The 2006 World Cup they won against Togo. The 2010 World Cup they lost to South Africa. The 2014 World Cup they won against Nigeria. So what does this mean for France, this World Cup? Do you think it's relevant? Do you think it's nonsense? Australia, they're a very physical side and they are aggressive going into tackles and trying to win that ball in the air, which might be a tactic of its own, but it is very off-putting and does frustrate the opposition. Something working into Australia's favour actually is that 4 out of the 5 World Cup winners coming into the next tournament have failed to win their opening match fixture, and as a result these teams have actually failed to get out of the group stage. Who knows, maybe Australia could surprise. More can be found about Australia in my videos about Asia's chances. Considering all the factors mentioned, my predicted standings for Group D is Denmark coming in first, top in the group, Tunisia coming in second, reaching the World Cup knockout stage for the first time in their footballing history, France in third, and Australia in fourth. Denmark are a team to be reckoned with, end of. For France, I really do think the Champions Curse will happen again this time around. I just feel like they are under so much pressure with the great squad they've got. And I do feel like teams like Tunisia and Australia will frustrate France well, and it will get the better of France. For Australia, Tunisia, I feel like Tunisia do possess that bit better quality over Australia in their squad. However, though, I think every team in this group will pick up points. So there you have my predictions on what I think will be a much tighter group and very interesting, unpredictable group than most people would have thought of a Group D this World Cup 2022. Do you think the Champions Curse will continue? Do you think the teams I've mentioned will surprise, or do you think Australia will surprise? Let me know your comments in the comment section below. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Pedro Predictions.